Hi guys, I am outside because I'm headed out to meet a friend for coffee, and I'm actually super excited because I've just not been properly leaving the house this week. I think I went out once to get groceries, but other than that I've just been kind of recovering from this half marathon and I was just rotting inside the house. So I'm very excited to go out. We were actually gonna meet somewhere else, but then Lola told me she's never been to Louvre, which is my favorite cafe, so that needs to change. Now we're headed to Louvre for a coffee. I was gonna say I've been really loving the November weather, but right now it's raining and just super gloomy. But it's like a 15-minute walk to Louvre, so I'm super excited for a little coffee date.
First time I saw Joey, he was looking at the stars. He said to me, ain't it funny how of all of them we're right where we are? I heard Joey's out there staring down the barrel of a gun. I said, the stars are still shining, Joey. He said, life's no fun. Oh, I worry for you, Joey, and your mom, she's all alone. She won't say it, you'd feel guilty, but she fears you won't come home. I know I can't say a thing to change you now, but oh, Joey, there's always room for you in our hometown.
We are still very much in the process of decorating our home and making it actually feel like our apartment. And yes, we're slowly getting somewhere, but still we feel like there's not a lot of personality in the apartment yet. And also we now have a lot of different ideas, but it's probably gonna take ages for those to actually come together because obviously some of them are expensive. But last week we had some kind of intrusive thoughts, and sometimes you just need to give in to those thoughts, because if you know me, I'm not the biggest fan of color. I actually used to be like this whole beige white girly and I wasn't really into a lot of color, but ever since we kind of moved, and even over like the past year or so, I've kind of been giving a bit more into color because it was like, we need more color in the house, and that is literally true. So last week I saw a TikTok with a very specific color, so we went out to buy some paint and now we're gonna paint this door. I have to admit I'm quite nervous because, as I said, I'm not really used to a lot of color, and changing an entire door and like the framing of the door, it's a lot for me to add that much color. And I have a very specific idea for a new couch, and that's also a very big statement with color, which I feel so weird about. But on the other side, I have like a big feeling that it's gonna give the apartment so much warmth and just it's gonna look really cool. So I'm very excited for these changes. As said, we still need to save. I don't know if that couch is actually gonna make it here anytime soon, but I am so excited for these changes because I really want this place to feel like home. And on the one side it kind of is already feeling a bit more like home, but on the other side also not. So these changes, I really hope they're gonna give it a bit more like warmth and coziness, and I'm just really excited. But it wouldn't be me to change something and then not have like other changes come with it. So because we want to change this door and like the entire frame, so this too, I felt like the red photo wouldn't fit with that color, so I changed the frame to this like olive green color. And with that we also painted these IKEA stools because they were this like cobalt blue color. That was already a big thing for us, like cobalt blue stools, because we didn't really have color before that. But I felt like the cobalt blue was just a bit much and also a very cold color. So for this time of the year I just wanted colors that are a bit more warm and just actually embrace coziness. I don't know if that's a right explanation, but I feel like these colors are gonna do a lot. So I'm very excited to paint. We're actually gonna have a really cozy weekend with kind of a few plans. We usually don't really have a lot of plans on the weekends recently, but today we have a lot of errands to do. We have a few stores that we want to go to. We have a marketplace meetup because I found a beautiful chair that I've been wanting for a very long time, so I'm very curious how that's gonna look. And I think we're just gonna go for like a coffee and a walk because the weather is not great because it's been raining the past few days, but also the sun is coming out, and this November weather is actually so beautiful because it's like very crisp autumn weather, like still cold but also sunny. So I don't know, this weather is just making me really excited because I usually don't really like November, but this weather is actually making it very bearable. And yeah, I'm just really excited for our plans this weekend and to see how our apartment is like coming together. And now I'm gonna make a coffee because I don't know what it is, but the past few days I have just literally been obsessed with coffees. Like I usually only drink one coffee or like one caffeinated drink a day, but yesterday I had 2 coffees and I already know I'm gonna have 2 coffees today because I just, for some reason, the taste of coffee right now, I'm just obsessed. So I'm gonna make us some coffee and then we can get started with the painting. Also, I'm not very good with painting because I'm a very impatient person and Job is actually a very patient person, so I don't know how this is gonna go. Like, I hope there's not gonna be a lot of things that you actually need to be patient for, because if that's the case, Job's not gonna have a very nice morning. But you know, I'm gonna make it up to him by making him a coffee.
It would be light, ceiling made of glass, counter space, an ashtray for when grandma comes to visit me, space to think, green apples in a bowl. I could settle down, let it be something on my own. And I might have to get a real job to get the couch that I want. And I think I could be happy there. Read more, rise early on a Sunday morning, play my records, dance freely on the hardwood floors.
We got home and I'm now bundled up on the couch while Job is out getting some groceries for dinner. I'm sorry for being a very bad vlogger today, but we just cycled around and popped into a few stores and we actually found some really cool things. But I was kind of focused on that, so I just forgot to film things. But I'll do a haul of the things that we got tomorrow. And we also picked up this chair that we found from someone on Instagram and I'm so happy with it. I think it's a super cool chair, and it was actually such a coincidence because the sofa that I talked about earlier that I was kind of looking at maybe getting, she actually had that exact sofa in the exact color that we might want. And the sofa doesn't actually have like a showroom in the Netherlands, so she was like, do you not want to like try it? So we sat down for literally 2 seconds on that couch, but it was just really funny and such a coincidence that she had that exact couch. But I'm really happy with the chair, and we just finished painting and we also just switched around a couple of things, but it looks so cool. Like the stools in that color, I'm just obsessed. I really like it. It does have a few like spots here and there because the walls here are kind of like crooked, so we taped it so well and then it's just kind of, the walls like kind of breaking apart a little bit. We need to fix those spots later, but we think it looks so cool and we're really happy with the end result. So now we're gonna make some dinner and we're actually gonna have a very cozy chill movie night because we're actually watching the Harry Potter movies. I'm a little bit ashamed to say this, but I have never in my life watched Harry Potter, so that's why Job was like, we need to watch it. And we already watched the first 2 movies, so now we're gonna watch the 3rd one, and so far I kind of like it. It's a little bit different from what I would usually watch. I don't really watch like magic fantasy things, but that's the same with reading it. I don't really read it, but then I did it once and I did quite like it, but you kind of have to set your mind to it and like actually get into it, and that's why we're literally watching the third movie. Like we literally watched the other two Harry Potter movies this week because we just want to kind of get into it, and especially because you said the characters are kind of like growing up now, and it's like easier to get more into it if you watch the first few like close to each other. So we're just gonna have a very cozy movie night. I just want to show you one more time because I think this looks really cool. I just got ready, and this hair is actually pretty far out of my comfort zone, but I wanted to wear something fun for today. So the scarf is from Mango. My sweater is Zara, but from the men's section, because this is actually Job's sweater because I don't have a dark brown sweater. And then these barrel jeans are from Uniqlo, and my loafers are from Vagabond. And the bag is Bershka. Genuinely don't know how I feel about this hair, but I just wanted to try, and we'll see how long we keep this scarf actually in my hair. Before we leave, I wanted to do a little haul of the things that we got yesterday because we are gonna go on a date day today, and we haven't done this before, but basically a few weeks ago I said to Job, I was like, I want to have like a day where I kind of organize things that we're gonna do and then you don't know what we're gonna do. Essentially just a day where you kind of organize some things as a surprise for the other person. So a few days later Job was like, I wanted to do that actually, so keep November 16th free. So that's the plan for today. I have no clue what we're gonna do. I know we're gonna go for a coffee, and oh, this morning it was so cute because I was just reading in bed for a little longer, and suddenly I heard the coffee machine, but Job was talking about wanting to clean the coffee machine, so I kind of thought he was cleaning it, but then it sounded like he was actually making coffee. And since I'm usually the person who makes the coffees, I find it so cute when Job makes a coffee because he came in and he goes, I tried to make a little heart in your coffee, and that is literally my love language. Like, that is so cute. About yesterday, we kind of just ended up cycling around and going to a few stores, and we actually ended up going to 2 running stores because we were both looking for new running shoes, and literally the first pair that they gave Job and he tried on are the most beautiful running shoes I have ever seen. I'm gonna show you his shoes because I didn't end up finding shoes yet, but these are the running shoes that Job got, and these are literally so pretty. I would have instantly gotten these if they were for me, but I actually ended up also trying on New Balance because we went to 2 different running stores, and this might sound kind of greedy, but I'm a girl and I do care about how things look, and especially because running shoes are freaking expensive, I want to like them. And we did do like an analysis of your feet and everything, but basically I don't have like anything weird with my feet, which technically means I don't need like any specific shoes for a specific way that I'm running or something, which is good because that means I can wear most shoes, but they need to be comfortable. And I tried on like 6 different ones at the first store, but they were not 100% comfortable, and I felt like the guy didn't really understand that I wanted them to be comfortable, especially because I didn't need like a specific model, and then I also wanted them to be cute. And I think the last pair that I tried on were a bit more comfortable, but they were black, and I wasn't like 100% convinced about the model because they were not that comfortable and they were black. And I personally would never buy black running shoes because I just don't like it, and I'm not gonna wear them if I'm not gonna like it. So I tried explaining to him that if they're literally 180 euros, I have to like them because otherwise that's a lot of money for something that you don't like. So I ended up not getting those. So Job ended up getting his shoes, and we went to a different running store, and I explained this to that man, and he instantly was like, my life would be so much easier if only girls had this issue of wanting to like the shoes. I thought that was so funny. And then he gave me a few pairs to try on, and the ones that I found definitely most comfortable and I actually really liked were the New Balance Fresh Foam 1080, I think, and they were also on discount because the new version of that shoe was coming out in like 2-3 weeks. But because of that, they only had 2 colors, and the guy was like, you're definitely not gonna like these because they were like dark blue, and I told them I was more into like light colors. But they had one more that's like a little off-white, white-ish, and then it had like the New Balance logo that's like orange, red, pinkish, but it was like a very bright color, which is why I wasn't sure if I was gonna like that, because I kind of, in my mind, was thinking about having like shoes like this that doesn't have like a very particular bright color in it, because I feel like I would rather have like colorful outfits instead of just colorful shoes. But I did order those and they're gonna come into the store this week and I can try them on because they didn't have it in the store. And if I don't like them, I might wait for the new version of this shoe to come out, or I might go to the New Balance store, but they obviously don't have a discount. And it was quite a good discount, so we're gonna have to see. So far, no new running shoes, but what we did find was 2 of these bowls from Zara Home, and we actually got 2 of these plates. I think I actually literally used it this morning in this blue color, but this is the green version, and I wanted to have one of those bowls for like breakfast, and then Job was like, we'll just get 2 because this is such a pretty color. This color scheme that's going on right now, like dark brown, this color, I am loving it. It just screams like autumn, winter to me, and I love it. And then something else that I was looking for from Zara Home is this, oh, wrong side. This Christmas mug. This is so cute. And I already have 1 Christmas mug, but I wanted to get this one because now we have 2 Christmas mugs and then we can both have a coffee in this or hot chocolate, and I'm just really excited to have a morning coffee out of this cup. But we couldn't find it in the store, so I asked this woman, I was like, I'm looking for this mug, and she instantly goes, that's a kid's mug. Why does that matter? It's a bit smaller, but I actually quite like that because it's better for like a cappuccino if the cup is a bit smaller. So I got myself a cutie kids mug. I'm so excited about this for literally no reason. Speaking of coffee, we also got new coffee beans, and these are so good. We got these from Lot 61. The beans are with a chocolate hazelnut fudge taste, and they're honestly, these are so far my favorite coffee beans for at home. And the last thing that we got is something that we were not quite looking for, but Job actually found this in Zara Home, and it was the last one in the store, and we thought it looked so freaking cool. It's a lamp, and this butter yellow color is first of all really cool, but it just has this like cool vintage look to it. We don't really have a good place for it yet. We were thinking maybe in the kitchen, but if we would put this one in the kitchen, we'd have to kind of rearrange some other things, which is fine, but we just need to see if we actually like it. But I think we're going to check that tomorrow, and if we don't like it, we can still return it. But it was the last one in stock, so we just had to get it because we both thought it looked so cool. I think it'd be really nice to put it like on the wall somewhere, but kind of sideways, so this is what you see. I would love that, but we don't really have a good place for it, I feel like. But in the store we were both like, oh my god, this is the last one. It was also not really in stock on the website, so we weren't sure if we'd come back it would still be there, so we decided to get it, and we can still return it if we don't have an actual place for it. But overall we had a really nice day, and I think we're gonna have such a wholesome day today. I just want to know what we're gonna do. I'm not very good with surprises, and I have no clue what we're gonna do. Like, I only know that we're gonna get a coffee. So yeah, I'm really excited. I'm gonna wear this Glossier perfume because I'm quite literally obsessed with this one. I haven't had this for a long time, but I might just say this is my favorite perfume ever. That might be a big commitment, but I'm genuinely obsessed with this perfume. I definitely have to get the big version because I'm actually already almost out of the small one. Then I'm just gonna put on my e.l.f. lip liner with my e.l.f. lip gloss, and then we're ready to go. I'm so excited.